I didn't think that I actually got that many books during the month of October, but I really did. I think I'm gonna try and issue a book buying ban for November. But I don't know how well that's gonna work. The first few books that I got this month I bought in the English department at my uni that was like organised by the English and Creative Writing Society. They're always really good book sales because they tend to be like students from the year above you trying to sell their books, so you can get your course books really quite easily. I got I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, and I finished reading this about a week ago. We are doing sci-fi and fantasy or speculative fiction in creative writing at the minute, so this was our set text and it was really good. It was a really easy read, very masculine, but I really enjoyed the ending of this book. And then I got 2 books for my children's narrative prose module, which is next semester, and that is The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, and When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit by Judith Kerr. I have the film cover for Narnia, which I'm not that happy about, but I can't be fussy when I'm trying to save money. This one I am so excited to read. I've mentioned it numerous times that I love fiction based around Nazi Germany. And this is about a little girl whose father is wanted by the Nazis and they have to like go on the run. Judith Kerr was born in Berlin and she fled Germany in 1933, so a lot of this is based on her own experiences. But yeah, they're the course books that I bought in October. In my local Oxfam shop I picked up The Night Watch by Sarah Waters. It's a pretty big book. It's also like really bent. I don't know why. It's secondhand. This is tying into how much I like wartime fiction but based on like civilians, because this is set during World War II Britain. This has been a pretty big deal at my uni because I think one of my lecturers is doing research on this. I'm pretty excited to get into this one, but I'm not sure when I'll find the time. Getting into long novels is really difficult when trying to balance university work. This next book was a gift. My boyfriend picked it up in the works for like 50p. It is The Reverend Guppy's Aquarium by Philip Dodd. This is a non-fiction book, but it is about language and like the origins of words. I really want to start dipping in and out of this. It's published by Random House and they do a lot of really cool books. It's always nice to get a hardback because I never get hardbacks. Next, I picked up some books in the works for a 3 for £5 offer. The first book in that offer that caught my eye was The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith. Again, it's a really chunky book, so I'm really not sure when I'm gonna have the time to read this. This is why I'm putting myself on a book buying ban. This is the second in a series of Cormoran Strike books, Cormoran Strike being the name of the detective in the books. The third one has just come out and I cannot remember what it's called, but I will write it somewhere. I didn't get into The Cuckoo's Calling that much, but I'm not particularly into crime fiction, which is a bit difficult seeing as we're about to start that in creative writing. But I'm totally willing to give Robert Galbraith another shot. I may do a full video on what I think about J.K. Rowling, Robert Galbraith and stuff, because it keeps coming up in university, which I enjoy, but I don't have enough time in seminars and stuff to express all my thoughts. The next book is probably the one of the 3 that I'm most excited to read, and that is the Jane Austen Book Club by Karen Joy Fowler. I've been so interested in this book for the longest time. I've been like eyeing it up in Waterstones, so I was so excited when I found it in a slightly cheaper place. This copy is so small, it is so cute. Before I read this though, I definitely want to read some more Jane Austen. For some reason Jane Austen has just really passed me by. I own a couple of her books, but I've never really got round to reading them, and I definitely want to change that. Hopefully really wanting to read this will give me the motivation to read as many Jane Austen novels as I can. The third book that I picked up in that offer was one that I didn't really know anything about. I only really picked it up so I could get the offer. The way it worked was that it was kind of pointless to get 2 books rather than 3. You might as well have got 3 books. It is Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. The blurb is really interesting. I think it's first person perspective, and it is about a woman that is being held captive, and her captor gives her a gift for every day in 12 days of Christmas. It's always nice to theme your reads around like what's going on in your life. Like Halloween's just been and I was reading a lot of like spooky books, so I'll probably give this a go at Christmas. Again, it's like it's just small edition, it's really cute. So I thought that I didn't pick up that many books this month. These are all the physical books I picked up. I haven't even told you about the ebooks yet. There have been massive sales on the Kobo website. I think they had a flash sale of a bunch of sci-fi stuff. They just had a 50% off sale, so yeah. The first one is a pretty obvious choice. I got Soulmates by Holly Bourne. I really love Holly Bourne's writing. I've reviewed 2 of her books on this channel. So when I saw Soulmates was pretty cheap, I really wanted to buy it. I pretty much know nothing about the plot of this book, whereas the other 2 I knew a bit about them going in, so I wonder if not knowing anything is gonna shift my perspective slightly. The next book I picked up is again one that I know absolutely nothing about. I know nothing about the plot of the book or anything about the writer. The Guest Cat by Takashi Hirata. I don't know. Again, we're back to the typical thing of I don't know how to pronounce any names. It was only like 99p, so I thought, let's just try something different. I'm assuming that the writer is Japanese. That could be me making a terrible generalization, in which case I apologize. But I've never actually read anything by a Japanese writer, and it's also about a cat. So the next one I picked up in the flash science fiction sale that they had, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I feel like I'm the only person that has not read or at least started this series. It has like totally passed me by, so I'm really excited to see what all of the hype around it was about. Another book that I don't really know much about, you can tell that all of these ebook purchases were quite impulsive. I got The Fire Sermon by Francesca Haig. Like I said, know very little about this book, but yeah, I thought the cover was really nice. I'm so bad for judging books by their covers. I will just buy books because they look nice. And I think this is the last book that I picked up this month. I got The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I have just started this book. According to my e-reader, I am 10% into it, which I'm quite impressed by because I'm currently reading 2 other books at the same time. It is so good. Like, I am so into this book. I don't want to read the other 2 books that I need to read because I just really want to finish this book. I'm really interested to see where it goes. Basically, it is about these 2 magicians that are raising children to, I don't really know what they have in mind, whether they want them to like duel. I think they are all the books I bought this month. A lot more than I originally thought. I have rambled on for ages now, so I will let you go. Congratulations if you made it through the whole thing. I have a flat inspection tomorrow, so I need to like tidy up every single room. I've got to leave for a seminar in like an hour. A bunch of work to do this evening for a creative writing assignment. Oh, life.